back at Gloria's Gym in Monroeville Mall, right across from Saga. Easy to find. Barnes & Noble's right here. I find it. I'm back here in God's country, Monroeville, with Smoking Jim Frazier in his hometown. It's a little hard to put up with him right now, but I'm Al Levine, the Talking Machine. We're honored to be doing another show here with the ladies at Gloria's Gym. So stay tuned, and we're going to go talk about what's on your mind with Smoking Jim. And we got a lot of great sports to talk about, a lot of boxing, a lot of talk about the gym. Then we got fights on the 28th at Pro Sports Complex in Monroeville again. So I can't get out of Monroeville right now. And What's on Your Mind is sponsored by Skeets Lewandowski of Skeets Service Station. Smoking Jim and I will talk about what's on our mind, mostly this place here, so we'll cover that. And thanks for watching us on Comcast 7, only in Bethel Park, and Verizon 32 in Bethel Park and the surrounding area, the greater Pittsburgh area. Anybody that has Verizon, look for 32. This show will be up in the next week. We'll have this up in a series of 3 shows, plus the fights. So check us out. We're just happy to be doing these shows with Jimmy Savetic, the legendary Police Pals Golden Glove guy, and Gloria Stokowski, who's the owner of Gloria's Gym in Monroeville Mall. Let's get this show started with Smoking Jim Frazier. What's on your mind?
Thanks, Al Levine, the Talking Machine. And if you want the green, you got to see Levine. Hey, thanks everybody for watching. And I tell you what, most people are very intrigued with the heavyweight division. And all the fighters are outstanding, but the Western Pennsylvania team got a heavyweight that's really appealing to me. His name is Brian Maury from Butler Cubs. He's 6'6".
He's a big guy.
He's 6'6". He's 23 years old, and I think he's really coming into his own right now. So everybody should come out and see, which will probably be the main event, and see this 6'6" heavyweight. I tell you what, he beat a couple of good, outstanding fighters to make it to the finals. Mike Shook was one who's 6'8". Both of those guys together were the tallest fighters, according to the Guinness Book of World Record, to ever fight one another, 6'8" and 6'6". That's according to the Guinness Book of World Record.
Where'd you get this information? I got to check your sources here.
And I tell you what, he showed a great right uppercut, which is very hard to throw for a big man, against the Bull, the Pittsburgh Bull, Mike Manna. And in the history of Western Pennsylvania boxing, there's been some good heavyweights, especially in the Golden Glove. World champion Michael Moore was a Golden Glove fighter. You know, Brian Minto, Fast Freddie Latham, you know, Eddie Lattimore. But I think Brian potentially may have the potential at 6'6", between 230 and 250, my eye test.
Wow.
And may have the potential to go very far. His brother Stephen Maury is a MMA combat fighter, so fighting is in his blood.
Sure.
And Billy
Wonder
Wolf.
if they tangle a little bit.
They probably tangle a little bit, you know, Knock High School, Butler High School, Lower Borough, some tough areas out there. He's a Knock High School graduate, but I really believe he's coming into his own, throws nice combinations. He's tall. He's being very well trained by Golden Glove Hall of Famer trainer and Billy Wolf. So look,
can't wait. I'm
look
excited
for
about the fights here. Here it is.
Look for the heavyweight division and all the divisions. The next time we talk, we'll talk a little bit about some of the other fighters as well. But everybody loves a good heavyweight, and this area has always produced a pretty good heavyweight. And maybe Brian will go a little further than Eddie Chambers and Michael Moore went.
Wow.
And that's what's on my mind.
Thank you, Smoking Jim Frazier. Appreciate that. Little history for you, some facts. Can't beat that. I'm just honored to be here at Gloria's Gym, right in Monroeville Mall. What a great facility. You got a boxing ring behind us, equipment to work on, People are working out when we come in here. We got ladies that are waiting on the sideline here to be interviewed, so can't wait to do that. And we're going to come back and we're going to talk to Gloria Stokowski. She's going to tell us a little bit more about Gloria's gym. Good morning on Sunday morning at Gloria's gym. What a nice facility.
Well, thank you. It's nice to see you, and good morning to you. Good morning to you. My favorite people here to have. And
you're one of our favorites.
All right. This is an honor to have both of you here. What a good job these guys do for the whole area around the Pittsburgh area, especially for our young athletes.
Well, we're all about promoting the boxing and the hard work and the respect that we have for the kids, the trainers, coaches, referees, you name it. And you got all those hats. You're wearing a hat today.
There you go. Yes, today's is a little workout day this morning. We have the gym open now for all the women. We're mainly concentrating on women coming in to do.
That's why I asked to bring a bevy of women, and you did.
There you go, bevy of babes, right? and beautiful ones, actually. And I tell you what, anybody that comes in and actually attempts to do the boxer's workout. Years ago when I said, that workout has to be so intense. It has to be something that is a lot different from a football player,
sure,
a soccer player, different from a basketball player. And if you're, to sustain going in a ring and going 3-minute rounds, someone one-on-one, the only thing I compared it to was kind of like a swimming type of thing. Because
you know what? That's a great analogy because I talk about boxing and the skills of boxing, and it's special.
It's very special. And you've watched, how many years the both of you have been involved in?
Well, we've been doing this 6 years with that, but I've been watching boxing. I had friends in Golden Gloves back in the 70s.
Wow. See? So
I've been around boxing for a long time.
I've been around too because I remember the 70s.
I tell a story. My dad had a cousin. Yeah. He was named Kid Doogie. He come to our house when I was probably about 6, 7 years old, and I wondered, who's this guy with a busted like nose, cauliflower ears, about 5'6" in height, and he goes, "Where's your dad at?" I'm like, "Who is this guy?" And my dad goes, "This is my cousin, Kid Doogie."
Kid Doogie.
How about that? He fought back in the 20s and 30s,
wow,
and he looked like it. Well, guess what he did? He started shadow boxing. Right there in the house. I have 3 sisters. We're all amazed. They're young kids then.
Right.
And he goes, "I'm going to go for a run." Well, I lived on a 2-mile circumference. He went on the streets, come back in an hour, and he shadow boxed some more. And I was just hanging around, and he goes, "Hey, Alan, I want to show you something." He opens up a big leather briefcase with vitamins.
Oh, wow.
He goes, "I'm a vitamin salesman," and he goes, "I believe in this, and it's helped me to stay." He was in his late 60s, but he looked pretty good except for being beat up. So I learned at a young age, guess what? Thank God I have some good looks, I've been told.
There you go.
But I've never boxed.
Wow.
I played other sports.
That's wonderful. I think anything dealing with health and well-being, whether you walk or do any type of thing to just clear the mind and make yourself, we're going to be offering some other classes here, mainly in the arts sure. of
what happens, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, anybody could call. They could look us on the Facebook, and you can actually call the 412-576-9285 number.
I'm getting hard of hearing, so tell me again.
Okay, that's 412-576-9285. But you could also stop at the Monroeville Mall. That's where we're located. Stopping at the Monroeville Mall, we have our office here that's located once you enter the mall behind the Barnes & Noble.
I've been there. Jimmy took me there last week.
There. How did you like that?
Great looking facility. It's super.
So thank you. But and this is where it all happens. I wanted to bring, well, the story is extends.
Tell us.
I know. It extends kind of over many years, and you know that Jimmy and I have been partners for quite some time in doing and promoting the kids, and
we're big fans. We know.
There you go. Thanks. And Years ago, when I first came to wanting to learn the boxer's workout so I could take it back into water and to do a program in water, which I have, and I write about it and things, and it's called the Aquatic Knockout, but that's...
Get out. I didn't know that about you.
Sure, some of the ladies here that were in the aquatic program too, not only here, but in the water, they are going to talk to you a little bit about
You're
that.
kidding.
You're kidding.
That's amazing.
But so years ago when I came to Jimmy, he says, look, and it was this is over 30 years ago, I would say.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
coming in, there weren't any women really around that did boxing in Pittsburgh.
Well, Smoking Jim still gets upset when he sees women boxing. He thinks they're going to get hurt. And I've had him as guests on my show, and I go, what happens when you get hit in the face? They go, I'm going to hit that girl back.
There you go. And you know, that's something, if you were brought up saying, don't hit your brother, don't hit your sister, no, you know, be...
Sure.
And now it's different. It's changed. All right. So, you know, throwing the first punch and actually hitting something, sometimes it's not being intimidated, but it's a different type of feeling when you've learned that your whole life. But when I was coming back and trying to find a boxing gym to work out at and to learn so I can go back and teach, Jimmy's name kept coming up. I had a cousin that was involved in the crime lab, and she says, you know, there's this detective, and he teaches kids, and why don't you give him a call? So after many back and forth trying to get together, finally hooked up, and it was almost like this interview that was happening, this interrogation with Jimmy. It's like, why would you want to box? Why would you want to do this? And he says, at the end of it, he says, nope, we don't train women. The women should not have a place in boxing. The only way you're going to get into a boxing show is if you buy a ticket. Okay. So,
Wow.
and these were years and years ago. Since it's developed, and Jimmy.
And you kept being persistent.
Well, yeah, you know, and it was you know, to learn so that I could be able to teach and learn the secrets, learn the things. Actually got into martial arts after that. JKT,
Really?
studying those things.
That's
But
great.
This gym is because of Jimmy Savetic. You know, 30-some years later, here he is. He's saying, you know, Gloria, why don't you have that gym for women? And
Now it's here.
And it's here. So, you know, it really stems back.
At Monroeville Mall.
So we welcome everybody.
What a great story.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting on that.
circle you traveled.
Exactly. So we welcome any women that, you know, no matter what the athletic.
Do you have an age that they can come in?
No, we encourage mom to bring your daughters, to bring, you know, so we could teach, so we could have a place that we can network, so we can have a place that we could talk about health and well-being, share the different things, share if you're, I believe one of the ladies, we come from different backgrounds, all different areas
I'll bet.
and avenues to help each other, but most of all to open doors for young women, young kids, and, you know, that's what we've been all about, you know, through the Police Athletic League, and this gym's really, right now, sometimes maybe a female doesn't feel good going into certain workouts or certain.
But she's comfortable here.
But very comfortable here because it's an environment that they can come to, feel good about themselves. You know, we're doing some circuit training. We still have the actual, you know, boxers workout and
Really?
training for that. So, and if anybody's interested also in pursuing other things in boxing, maybe becoming an official, maybe becoming a judge.
They could be like you.
Oh, yeah, you know, but I'm willing to teach them, you know, how to go through that door. And
That's great. You have an open mind and you're willing to educate people. I give you a lot of credit for that.
Thank you, because it's been a fun path for myself, and meeting wonderful people like you both.
Thank you.
And the good work that you do, and all of us sharing together. So I'm a big part of that.
Well, we're glad we can help do this show, learn about you, which we have. I didn't know these things about you, so that's awesome.
Thank you.
Why did you want to teach boxing, though?
Well,
What happened to you?
it was the interest just kept growing. From
The more you were around it?
the more I was around it, the more opportunities I got also to become an official, a judge, a referee, a timekeeper, and then from there became chief of officials, became things that I went out to the...
What a resume.
What a resume in boxing, right?
Wow, who would think?
Went out to the Olympic Training Center many times
Yeah, really?
to become certified, to bring that back to the Pittsburgh market to be able to train individuals here on because no one was doing it, and the whole
Are you the first in this area?
Yes, actually the first female in this
There it is. That's what I wanted to get out. I after this interview, I figured it out. You're number one.
Yeah, there's a lot of firsts. I usually don't toot my horn, on those things.
No, but this is what we're trying to do. We respect you. And
you.
how do people learn about you if we don't talk about you?
That's it. I guess that's the
And you got the talking machine interviewing you.
talking machine and smoking over there. So what a better team than that.
Got the dynamic duo trying to learn about Gloria, and we have.
Thank you.
All right, Gloria, introduce one of your babes.
All right. First, we'll bring up a big part of the gym has been Tracy. Tracy has been working at the gym here for many, many months and trying to recruit some of the women coming in and manages a lot of the facility on what's going on. She also is a professional, works down in, she works in Pittsburgh at her company.
We'll try to find out about that.
I'll
ask a couple
questions. All those details.
All right, bring her up.
Okay, let's get Tracy up here. Here's Tracy, and this is Tracy.
Thanks, Gloria.
Here.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
You know the hardest question I ask is, what's your name?
Tracy. Fair.
I'm glad you threw the last name in, because we all have two names at least. Smoking Jim doesn't go by his government name. He goes by Smoking Jim Frazier, which he's running from somebody. So
Little
but
shady.
we don't want to talk about that. But, yeah, it's nice to meet you. Have you played sports before?
Not really. No.
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 How
But
did
I love boxing. It's great.
How did you find out about this place?
It was actually in the local paper that I get. I live in Plum, so it was.
Tell me the name of the paper. I used to be at a newspaper called the Post-Gazette and Press.
It's the Plum Advance, I think. I don't know.
All right,
It's
well-
the free paper that comes out in Plum.
All right, there you go. So you saw that come across your table, and you like boxing.
Yeah. I said, oh, that would be awesome to try boxing, and I came here, and ever since then, I've been in love with boxing. It's great.
About how long is this?
I started in October.
Very good. And you're having fun? You're doing the workouts?
Doing the boxer's workout. Yeah, it's awesome. It's great for aggression, and it's great. It's a great workout.
You have such a nice smile. I can't believe you're working on aggression here.
It's a great workout.
Good. So
And
you're a
it's
big fan.
fast. You're not looking at the clock like when you go to another gym. You're like, oh, am I done yet? Like this.
So the
feels
time
really
does go
quick.
by.
Yeah.
Well, thanks to Gloria, right? And the routine that she has.
Exactly.
She knows what she's doing.
She definitely does. Her and
Not-
Jimmy are great teachers.
Yes. We've seen all the kids that they've taken off the streets and made them into great citizens. That makes a big difference. They're about the community.
Yes, they are. It's great to see that.
Now, what do you do in real life?
I do payroll.
For a company?
Yes.
You don't want to mention the name?
Oh. Joseph B. Fay. We're a construction company.
Okay.
Don't hate me because it's road work. I'm not part of that. I pay them. I don't stand out there with signs.
Hey, everybody has jobs and different things. Smoking Jim, we don't know what he does, but he just hangs out in Monroeville
Hey, that's good.
and other communities. And he's happy to be here, right, Smoking Jim?
Yes, sir.
And you help out with this facility?
Yeah, so I come here.
What do you do here? Payroll.
No. I try to get people in the door, and then when they're
How do you do that?
flyers and word of mouth and talking to people, and
You actually go in the mall and wander around there?
sometimes, yeah,
No, that's good.
stores around here. try to
Sure.
get people in.
Well, that's what the name of the game is. This is a great location. I mean, I come out from the South Hills, so this is like a foreign country to me.
Yeah, so
It's easy to find.
talk to people and then show them what we do and instruct the class. And we're
You
gonna
even
start
instruct the
30
class.
Yeah.
Since October, you only been doing this.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You're fired up.
I am. That's how I am every time I talk about the gym.
I could
It's
tell.
exciting.
No, and it is. It's a look at that ring back
Yeah,
there and
it's
all the
beautiful.
equipment.
It's beautiful.
How's it feel to get hit?
No one hits me. I'm just training to get a good workout. I'm not going to be in the ring boxing. That's not.
There's an honest woman right there. We got the truth from Tracy. What do you look forward to in the gym here?
We're going to start 30-minute circuit training. So we're
What is that?
nine 3-minute rounds. So you're going to do different exercises.
9 3-minute rounds. They only do 3 in the competition. I can add. That's a
9
bunch.
different exercises for 3 minutes.
Boy, is that great.
Yeah.
You're going to help with that so you don't get hit in the face.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Glad we got that clarified.
We're going to train them, and it'll be a fast workout. We can still do the boxer's workout, but that's like over an hour. So if they want a quick workout, it's a half an hour, and you're done. And you'll be
Half an
sweating
hour,
by the end.
half an hour in and out. You lose weight
That's
and you'll
right,
be in
30
shape.
Minutes, exactly. 30 minutes.
Did I catch
in and
on
out.
quick enough?
You did.
All right, thanks.
Maybe
I
you
do
wanna
listen.
Try one of our workouts.
I don't know. I'm in pretty good shape, but I don't know if I can handle your workouts. You seem pretty tough.
No, don't worry. If you're not in shape, we'll get you in shape. It's great.
Really? How about the guy
Any
next
level-
to me?
Any
Can-
level can.
I'm always trying to help my buddy here, my brother from another mother, Smoking Jim Frazier.
Come on, you'd have fun. He'd at least have fun here with us.
He lives nearby. We don't know exactly where because we don't know his age. We don't know where he lives. We know he's from Monroeville. We know he went to Gateway and Cal U.
Man, he's giving you a hard time.
I'm just telling the truth. Can you imagine? 6 years I know him, but I don't know him.
You don't know. It's a secret.
It is. Maybe you
Secret
can get.
life.
Maybe you can. Well, he does have a few of them, but maybe you can get him out here to get him in shape.
Yeah, if he wants to. Yeah. Anybody can come out. You don't have to be in shape. We'll get you there, and you'll just have fun. It's fun.
I'm a
You'll
believer.
feel so much better after you come here and work out.
Thanks for doing this interview. Anything else you want to say, or how do they get a hold of you? Just come to Gloria's Gym.
They can go on our Facebook page. They stop in, check us out, see what.
Tell them the Facebook page.
It's under Gloria's Gym for the Facebook.
What a guess.
I know, right?
That's brilliant. Tracy,
you know.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
And to continued success and being an instructor and everything else you do here.
Thank you.
Great guess, Gloria.
Well, thanks. You know, Tracy does a great job with all the people that come in, and we really, you know, have a close knit group. And
It seems like it.
yeah, very good. In fact, I'm going to have her maybe come over here and surround us. And there you go, Gloria's Gym. Thank you. Hey, there you go. There you go.
That doesn't mean he'll come out to work out.
You never know. You never know.
I'm making a bet right now.
You know, we have 10 boxing gyms within the Pittsburgh area, and this being our 10th gym. And, you know, it's just been a great thing to give back to the community. So I think one of our other guests, she's been with me. Both of these girls have been with me quite some time. And I'll bring both of those up because they're the ones that.
Can you bring one at a time? 'Cause
You want one at a
We only
time?
got one chair.
One chair. We're going to get Susan up here because Susan's part of the aquatic knockout program that I have.
Can't wait to hear
And,
about it.
you know, she's great. There's all Miss Susie.
Hello. Can. Oh, go ahead.
She's the champ. How about that? The champ.
Jim, Smoking Jim.
We got a champ. Thank you. Can you tell us your name?
My name is Susan Crane with a K.
Nice. Thank you very much. You want to spell that?
Krane.
Very good. I like to be precise, and this will be on TV, and it'll be on 5 other times on TV, and it's all saved on YouTube. We have over 400 TV shows on YouTube, so no swearing.
Okay. All right. I know the rules.
It's a family-friendly show. Have you played other sports?
Obviously not professionally, but
That's okay.
intramural.
This is a general question.
Intramural sports in
Like what?
college and well, rugby and
That's a pretty tough sport.
yeah, it is, and team badminton, believe it or not, which is
That's a tough sport too.
sports. It sounds like, but it's pretty. You got to be quick. And I had two brothers, so
That
we
helps.
played baseball and basketball and everything else with them.
So you've been around sports.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Now, how did you find out about Gloria and the water knockout?
Well, initially, my husband and I belonged to a gym downtown for years, and we would go every morning before we'd go to work. We'd go to the
Nice.
gym, and we worked out.
You were dedicated.
Exactly. And he initially joined Gloria's boxing class. Gloria and Jimmy would run a class at this gym, and he said to me, "This is something you might really enjoy. You should."
What a nice husband.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm kind of doing my own thing, and I'd peek in there, and they were always having a great time and good workout, and he had nothing but like incredible things to say. So I thought, okay, time for me to get involved.
So you
then
took
I
a
did.
step.
I took a step, and then it naturally led into the water because I love to swim, and Gloria has this class on Friday mornings and 6 a.m.
Wow. You're an early riser.
6 a.m. That's right. And actually, the way I look at it is I work out Monday through Friday, but Friday I get in the water, and there's incredible resistance, but it's so easy on your body. I mean, you
I
don't
think some
feel
of the-
like you're working that hard, but
Some of the greatest athletes are swimmers, and that was always a little difficult. I learned how to swim, but friends of mine that were swimmers, I thought, man, you got to be in shape.
Gloria, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but Gloria always tells us that working out in the water is 12 times the resistance of land?
Right, 12 times the resistance in water than you have on land, and it works.
What information we're
Yeah,
getting.
I tell you what, and Bobby, when she comes on, she'll be able to talk to you that working out in the water for 1 hour works more muscle groups than 3 hours on land. So, the resistance, it's all working with water resistance. And from there, you stemmed into other things, too. You're now into rowing and doing some fun things.
Great. Let me go back and see what else.
And this is something I'm really proud of, but I have to thank Gloria for it because she's an incredible motivator and a wonderful teacher and a great person. But 2 years ago, I retired from, I'll tell you where, Morgan Stanley.
Okay.
And I was kind of looking for different things to get involved in.
You obviously were an active person your whole working career, so you wanted to try to stay active.
Exactly.
Did I
And,
catch on?
Yes, you did. I loved the water, but I was never a good swimmer.
Understand.
So Gloria's like, hey,
Get in the water.
get in the water. You should learn how to swim a little bit better and get your lifeguard license, and you can be a lifeguard, and you can do this, and you can do that. So,
What a motivator.
so at 57, I got my lifeguard certification
Congrats.
and became a lifeguard.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and I think that's great. I was like, everybody in the class was 16, 17, and 18.
Nice. Nice.
Lifeguarding in the summer.
And I do lifeguard a little bit in the summer, yeah.
Where's the country club?
Edgewood.
Oh, I know the place. I've been there.
Edgewood Community Center, not the country club.
Okay, I know the country
Right,
club.
right. But
I don't know the community center.
a nice, it's called, it's, yeah. So it's,
Whoa, something like that.
yeah, it's a very nice place to work.
Very
Bobby
good.
also got her certification as well.
We'll try to find that out from her.
But the water aerobics and workout class, basically you're doing the same moves in the ring as you're doing in the water.
I sort of get that.
Yes. And but
It's more difficult. 12 times the resistance.
I think it is more difficult. It's just different. It's not more
Well,
difficult.
moving
it's
in the
different.
water, like I know guys, and I had horses that swam in the water because the track was difficult. So they had a swimming pool at the Meadows, and they trained there and race and won. So I know it did provide some type of aerobics and strengthening.
And when you get out of the pool, you feel like you can conquer the world. It's a
Wow. Go talk to Gloria right now. Look
No,
at
it
this
is.
inspiration.
It's endorphin. I mean, you get that the runner high that people get after they run. I get that after I'm in.
You don't hit the wall,
No.
except when you get out.
No, I feel great the rest of the day. It's a wonderful way. Get up at 6 a.m., get in the pool. It's a wonderful way to start your day.
Well, now that we got a little background, how did you become a champion?
Champion of what?
I thought she said you're a champion.
She is a champion. She's a champion of her own life. She's a champion outside that ring.
It's a metaphor.
It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor. But
I'm not the quickest, but I tried my best. No, thanks for being on our show. Anything else you want to add to this? You're a big fan.
it's just that there's a lot of. I think people should just get moving. There's a lot of great things to do, and if you try something you don't like it, move on to something else. But
Take that first step. Come to Gloria's Gym
and as I said, Gloria and Jimmy are incredible people. They help, they teach, they contribute, and
they even gather presents.
I know at Christmas time we volunteer and help them out there, and
You do that too.
Yeah.
You're unstoppable like Gloria.
Gloria and Jimmy are sponges. They're out there just soaking it all up, and they're great people, and I'm so happy to be friends of theirs and associated with them.
And a part of all this.
Yes, yeah, it's all good stuff. It's all positive and makes life.
Well, thanks for doing this interview
Thank you.
with the Talking Machine and Smoking Jim Frazier.
right, you guys.
This will
All
be
right,
on
thank you.
BPTV in the next week.
Great, thank you very much.
All right, Susan. Well, thanks to Susan there. She has a lot going on, and she's, definitely supports women and all the women activities that go on. And we're very proud to have her here at the gym and, being part of our whole group with the Police Athletic League, Gloria's Gym. I'm going to let you call up. We have a couple more women that are here that,
Great.
I'm going to let you,
Bobby
decide.
next.
You want Bobby. We'll get Bobby up here. It's Bobby's
You
turn.
already teased
There
us.
you go. there,
It's Bobby time.
there you go. Very good.
How are you doing? Tell them your name.
Bobby Kramer?
Thank you very much. I've known you for a few years.
Yes.
Did you play any sports?
I was a swimmer.
You were, see, this is what I'm talking about.
Yes, I wasn't that good, but I was a swimmer.
And now you're a lifeguard.
Yeah, no, I'm a lifeguard.
You're a lifeguard too. This is contagious here.
Yes. Yes, I just don't have time to work a lifeguard because I'm so busy at work. So
Where do you work?
I work for a law firm, and I'm a paralegal.
Okay. That'll keep you busy.
Yeah.
I understand that. I know a bunch of lawyers and paralegals.
Yes, it does.
Well, how did you find out about Gloria and this great facility and working out with her?
Well, I started out with Gloria, I'd say about 11 years ago, and I joined the same club that Susan belongs to. And actually, my brother knew Jimmy.
Really?
Yes, Jimmy was his coach. He was a fighter, so it all sort of meshed.
What a small world Pittsburgh is.
Yes. So then I've been with Gloria this long and started her boxing class and her aquatic knockout class. And
What did you think of going into the water and doing some boxing things?
oh, it's great. It's different, but it's great. So it was
You're a big fan,
yes, it was a good idea.
and it keeps you in shape.
yes. So keeps me going.
That's great.
Yes.
That's great. So 11 years you've been doing this.
yes. So
And what do you think of the facility here?
oh, it's beautiful here. It's beautiful. So
You get a good workout. It looks nice, and is
Yeah.
it convenient to you? Or
well, I come once in a while. I live 2 different places doing the area, so
okay,
so it works out for me.
good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yes.
And do you recommend that people come out here?
Oh, definitely.
And you go in the aquatic class Fridays too, or
Yes.
and where is that at?
It's downtown at the Rivers Club.
Oh, okay. I'm familiar with that.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, I've seen you there. So.
I've been there a few times. Definitely. I know
Yeah,
that.
so it's a great workout. I would definitely recommend that.
And it's easy to find. There's parking right nearby.
Yes.
Can't go wrong. And
Yeah.
go to the
works out.
go to the aquatic class.
Yes, go there.
Definitely. Well, anything else you want to add?
No, that's about it. Jimmy and Gloria are just great people. So
Well, thanks for doing this interview with the Talking Machine and Smoking Jim Frazier.
thank you.
Take care.
Thank you. These are great, great ladies. It's not about myself or Jimmy. It's about all of us. It's about all of us, and it's just so nice to have that good energy, the good energy that's around.
I like the
you folks.
positivity.
The positivity, and these ladies have challenged themselves to say, "Oh, lifeguard, sure, I could do that, Gloria." And they went out and they did.
That is.
We trained them.
Thanks to
and,
you and the inspiration you provided.
and it was fun. It was something fun, and it was a goal to work towards. And who knows if you ever use it, but it's good knowledge to have, and just a fun thing to do. I know that we have two other ladies here. We have Lisa and we have Charlene. And then we also have Josh that I'd like for you to talk with him.
We will get him. We're getting the ladies
Yeah.
first.
Okay, that would be good.
Next lady up.
Well, your call, we have Charlene and we have also Lisa. So your call on who you want to bring up.
Charlene right there.
Charlene's here. She's
I met her. I met her last week.
Did you meet her last week?
Yes.
That's right.
Hi.
Hello. We're smoking.
Yes.
And this is our gal, Charlene. Shar. We have nicknames in boxing.
Well,
You know how everybody has to have
I
these
know. Let me
nicknames.
find out her real name.
My name is Charlene Oblock. I have been coming here since about the middle of January, and I just love being here. I love Gloria, Jimmy, Tracy.
What a combination.
Yes. And it's as good for me physically as it is mentally because of the friendships I've made and because of just everything that goes on.
I got to ask you a few basic questions. Like, did you play any sports?
No, I never played any sports. Been coming to a gym, though, for about the last 6 or 7 years.
Oh, really? So you wanted to work out?
Yes. Took some golf lessons a few years ago. I'm going to start that up again next week, actually.
Wow, you're inspired because of the gym and the shape you're in.
Hoping to, just be more active and get out and do things and have fun.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes.
And I got to ask you, what do you think of this Gloria's gym here?
I love it. I love all the people that come here. I only live 1.5 miles away, so it's very convenient.
You sound like smoking Jim Frazier.
Like Tracy said, if there was a clock, we wouldn't even be looking at it because
Really?
you don't want to leave. You just.
That's amazing, the bond that you have.
I have come to another gym and been across the wall from a clock, and 1 minute has gone by, and I'm thinking, okay, so 44 minutes left. But here, the time doesn't matter.
What do you do here?
We do a lot of footwork. We do a lot of workout on the bags. We jump rope. We have a circuit that goes on for a half an hour. That's fun, which means we go around and do about nine bag exercises.
That's great.
So it's a lot of
How
fun.
do you like that speed bag?
I'm working on it. I would like to do that well.
Well, with practice, I'm sure, and you've only been here since January, so that helps.
Can I tell you something about this lady right here?
Sure.
She is the queen on jump rope. I mean,
The queen.
The queen. You put those ropes in her hand, and you just go for it. I mean, everybody has something they're good at. Everybody has, maybe it's that right hook, or maybe it's that uppercut, or maybe there's something just that you have, and you are perfect at doing it. Well, Sharp, you are the one for doing that rope, and rope is not easy. And you
Understand,
go
I've seen a
and
lot on the rope.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow, what got you started on the rope?
Well, that's part of our workout here.
Just checking it out.
Yeah, check. Part of our workout.
I just want to get others to do that too, that you've become so good. You just,
It's something that, there are things that you thought you could never do.
did you think you could jump rope?
Well, I jumped rope when I was little, but
I was just checking.
that was like 60 years ago. So,
Oh my goodness.
you come here and you just learn and you think, well, can I do that? Yeah, I can do that. I can.
The positive attitude. And it's from the leader here, Gloria.
It's all generated positive attitudes here, mentally and physically.
So you recommend come on out.
Yes, come on out and try this and have fun and make friends and just do new things.
What a great endorsement. Thanks for coming on to the show. I'm glad I could interview you this week. Last week we didn't get a chance.
That's all right. All right, we'll see you later.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thanks, Shar.
Thanks,
Very
Gloria.
nice. Oh, we love you. You know that. Shar is one of our very first individuals that walked through the door because she wanted something different, something to do, and she has been here ever since. So
That's
that
great.
speaks a lot for what the whole place is about. So I really appreciate that, and the repeat business. And I see that we had Stephanie. She just walked in, and she and Judge Lisa, they do a lot of work together. You know, like I said, we had the 10 boxing gyms. They come out here once in a while to do the workout at this facility.
Can I interview
Lisa?
Stephanie and then Lisa? She just come in?
Lisa's here, and then Stephanie just came in.
Okay. So
Whatever
how
one you
about
want
Lisa?
to. Let's do Lisa. There we go.
Then I'll need a list. We'll need a paper with a list of the guests.
Yeah, and we'll gather them all around you. How about that? All right.
Maybe we can take a photo at the end.
That sounds good. How about it? That will be a nice framed picture.
All right.
All right.
That'll be great.
That's it.
We'll do that when we're done. All right. Where's
And Lisa?
Lisa?
Hey, Lisa, come on over and talk to these guys. This is Al and Smoking and Talking Machine, and this is our gal Lisa.
You're famous boxer.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Good. All right. The first question I have is, what's your name?
Lisa Lenahan.
Thank you very much. How did you find Gloria's gym?
Well, I started with Jimmy at 3rd Ave.
Did you? So you've been doing this how many years?
Gosh.
Tell the truth. I don't ask ages. I just want to know how long you've.
I want to say 4 going on 5 years.
That's great.
Yes.
And you just walked in the 3rd Ave. And
Well, so I was doing.
Tell me.
I was doing a lot of working out, mostly biking. So all lower body running and biking, and I wanted to do some upper body work.
well, women need that upper body strength, and they let that go.
Well, we need it. I don't know about letting it go.
Well, you didn't work at it. You got to build it up.
Right.
Just an observation over the
Al,
years.
I've been doing for the last 4.5 years.
Excellent. I knew we could get the truth out of you.
So anyway, I talked to a gentleman who worked where I work, who was a former police officer, and I said, "Do you
What a
know-
coincidence.
Yes, do you know anywhere I can go to learn boxing?" And he said, "I know just the guy." So he took me down to the 3rd Avenue gym,
That's how you got in the door.
which is quite the place. It's not like this.
We've been there.
This is beautiful. This is
I've
a
under-
gorgeous gym. I love it.
I understand.
Anyway, and so I worked out there, met Gloria, and then this place opened, and this is a lovely place to come and work out. It's terrific.
There's no comparison between this and 3rd Avenue.
Okay, that's true. I admit it.
Tell you, I'm an honest man.
Yeah, but 3rd Ave is a real down and dirty boxing gym.
Well, we've been there because we know the boxers and trainers.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
We've witnessed that.
Yeah,
It's a whole different atmosphere.
it is.
Well, how did you like it? Because you're still doing it.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I am.
You're a big fan.
I am obsessed. And
What do you do?
I'm obsessed with it, and I've brought all my friends. I have like 4 or 5 women now that come every Saturday with me. I bring my niece when she's not in college.
That's great.
My friend brings her daughter who's in college. We have quite the group. It's terrific.
Wow, all because of Gloria and Jimmy.
That's right. All because of Gloria and Jimmy.
Unbelievable. What kind of workouts do you do then?
It's pretty structured. We do a lot of footwork to start off. Jimmy will never let us do anything until we do our footwork.
I've seen him in action.
And then we shadow in the ring, and then we do heavy bag. And when we get lucky, we have a trainer that comes and does pad work with us.
Excellent. So you do pad work.
This year for Christmas, he bought us all headgear. So now we have to start sparring each other.
Are you ready for that?
I am beyond ready.
Get on. That's an inspiration.
Can't wait.
So you just love the place.
Love it. It's a great workout, and it's really great. And it's nice to work with the kids, too, the young men.
Sure.
Down at 3rd Ave, that's really nice.
Yeah, there's some
Talk
good
to
guys.
them and, you know, give them some advice and help them out a little.
Oh, so you're giving them some wisdom.
I try.
That's all we can do.
Yep.
Just follow Jimmy's lead. And Gloria.
Exactly.
Definitely. Well, I'm glad we could get you on air. Anything else you want to put out there? We cover.
Just, I mean, other than just the boxing is such a great empowering thing for women, I would say, but also just the amount of good that Gloria and Jimmy do for the community. There are so many young men who would be out in the streets, truly, doing Lord knows what, but none of it legal. Right. And Jimmy gets them in there, and he always says to them, you know, as soon as they come in, you doing drugs? No drugs allowed. You drinking? No drinking. You got to come every day. And
He's sort of straightforward.
yeah, but they need that. I mean, this is what they need. And I've watched some of these young men, even over the last 4 or 5 years, just grow up with him.
I'm a big fan of what he does because he's building a community, too, because afterwards it's a lifestyle.
it's a lifestyle, and then what happens is they come back and they train the younger kids. And so it just keeps evolving, and it's really great work.
Oh, it is. Thanks for being a guest on our show.
Thank you.
And continued success to you.
Thanks.
Yay! Let's get Stephanie in here. This is our girl. Stephanie is so much fun. I mean, all the women are, but Stephanie, you're really you know how you get with somebody and you're able to just laugh and
I
it's
want to
like,
learn how to
it's a
swim.
there you go.
Don't believe a thing he says.
We could teach you. We could teach you. We got 2 lifeguards here.
On Fridays at the Rivers Club.
Yeah, we could do
I
that.
found that out for
We
you.
could do that. Yeah, and there's other clubs that we have that we could take you to too.
Let me tell you, don't hold
especially
your
out
breath
there.
except when you're underwater,
That's a
because
good
he's not
plan.
coming. All right.
Plan.
Please tell us your name.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Cupp.
Thank you. And what are you doing here?
I came to work out today.
Did you? At Gloria's Gym.
Yes, I was
This is
surprised
this
by
is rather popular. Well, we do a sports show called Pittsburgh Sports Line. They invited us to do interviews and help promote Golden Gloves. We're doing the fights on the 28th,
Well, thank you very much.
and we're fans of women in general and boxing. We've interviewed women boxers on our show, so you'll fit right in as a guest. How did you find out about Gloria's Gym?
I met Lisa, and she told me all about it.
Nice.
Yeah, she's
So you're a
great.
friend of Lisa, and you become a fan of boxing workouts.
Very much so, I have, yes.
And do you do the workouts for boxing here?
Yes, we do, here in 3rd Avenue.
You even go to 3rd Ave.
I do.
There's a big difference in comparison, right?
Yes, a very big difference.
This is a nice, bright, lot of great equipment here.
It's beautiful, it smells nice.
Yes, it does. I'm surprised Lisa didn't mention that. There's a definite different smell. It's more pleasant.
It is.
And did you play any sports growing up?
I played a lot of sports growing up.
Name a couple.
Mostly basketball and volleyball. And then
Where did you go to school?
Oh, I went to Kiski Area High School
Nice.
many years ago.
That's okay. I went many before that. So, that's great. And did you go to college?
I did. I went to Chatham University.
Nice. Play any sports there?
No, I did not, unfortunately.
Just checking.
I got a little burned out.
Okay.
Did you stay in some of the mansions at Chatham?
No, I didn't. I stayed off campus. Yeah, but they were beautiful. I should have.
Hey, you can only do so much. You're in college for only 4 years, so you got to get stuff done. Unless you're on the 5-year plan.
Oh, I went for a lot longer.
Oh, did you?
That's our girl.
Well, those things happen. What can we do? So you wanted to work out, or you were working out, and you found this? Or
You know, I wasn't doing a whole lot. I love to ride my bike, but I didn't do a lot of upper body workouts. And Lisa told me about this, and I thought it was a great idea. It really is for women.
now you're a big fan.
I'm a very big fan, yes.
Do you think people should come here?
I absolutely do. It's a lot of fun. Gloria's wonderful. Jimmy's great. You know, they treat everyone so well. You always feel welcomed.
That's a great point. They're taking a lot of people off the streets and teaching them a lifestyle and getting them in shape, keeping them out of trouble.
They do. They do wonderful things for the community. I mean, it's not even enough words to say how wonderful they are.
I understand. No, we're glad we got you on. I know it's a surprise to you that you got an interview. You got anything else you want to put out there?
No, I just want to thank Jimmy and Gloria for all the things that they do for everyone and us. And it's just,
Do you have a day job?
I do. I'm a bartender.
Oh, okay.
Not
Well,
a night job.
I understand.
Did you get a headgear for Christmas?
I did get a headgear. I've used it a few times.
Have you gotten hit?
Yes, Lisa hits me all the time.
What a nice friend she is. You can't go wrong with a friend like that.
I get a few in
Do
every,
you hit her back then?
every once in a while. I can. She's quick.
That's great.
Oh, Karen's here.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you very
Good
much.
luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. Hey, you know, all women are invited to any of our gyms, and our gyms are very, you know, there's no discrimination. It doesn't matter what age, you know, anything on that end. So, you know, I welcome anybody to come in, talk with us, and you know, just be part of our group and our wonderful things that we try to do to make the world a better place. And
Who's the lady that just walked in? Can we interview her,
Yeah,
or
that's
she just
Karen.
walked?
Karen
She
is,
just walked past us,
yeah,
so
Karen's got this
we only
mean
have so
right
much.
hand. Let me tell you, she got a mean.
We only have so much
mean
time
right
here,
hand.
so
Left hook. Right
should we
hand.
bring Josh up?
Karen.
Should we bring Josh up since
Yeah,
Karen's lost, or
Let's do
oh,
Josh.
did Karen? I can
Uh-oh,
see her.
Karen's back. She's
Come on
coming.
up, Karen.
Hurry up, Karen. Here we go.
Just a minute.
Hey, Karen. Good to see you.
Have a seat.
Oh, hit you right there. All right, that was a headbutt.
All right, have a seat.
There we go.
You got the shirt on from Jimmy, so you can sit down with us. Oh, almost.
Which is already messed up.
Oh.
And Karen's part of the.
Hello.
Welcome. I'm Al Levine, the talking machine. I'm going to interview you.
Okay, oh,
Tell
great.
us your name.
Karen Hartley.
And you can look at the camera when you want. This will be on YouTube, and it'll
Oh,
be on
great.
TV in Bethel Park and the surrounding area, Verizon 32 everywhere in Pittsburgh.
All right, great.
Do you have a last name?
I said Hartley.
Okay, I didn't hear it with,
That's all right.
with Gloria talking in my ear, so thank you very much.
Oh, sure.
How did you find Gloria's gym?
I found Gloria's gym through Gloria and Jimmy.
How did you know Gloria and Jimmy?
Through Jimmy, through Jimmy's gym.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, through Lisa, through our boxing gal crew.
Ah, nice. So you're one of Lisa's girls.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
she's
got
the-
that. Did you play any sports growing up?
I did. I played a little bit of softball, tennis, basketball.
So you tried to stay active.
I did. Yeah, I run.
And you found boxing.
I did. Yeah, it's a great workout.
You like it. You go through the workouts that they have here?
Yeah, we go through the workouts. It's excellent. Gloria gives us some great tips, and Jimmy's been great.
So you're a fan.
I am a fan. It's a
Should
great
people come out?
They should. They should absolutely come out to Gloria's gym.
Well, that's part of why we had you on. You have anything else you want to add to
It's a
it?
great workout. There's great camaraderie.
I've noticed that here.
Yeah, so we encourage each other. We have fun, and the workout. We work out for probably a good hour and a half or so, but it goes quickly.
That's the theme of everybody saying that. It goes quick. Do you jump rope too?
We do. We jump rope. We do a little bit of footwork.
Does it help your running?
Oh yeah, it does. It does. I feel stronger.
I heard we got to watch your right hand. That was the left, but where's that right at? Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being on our show. Nice quick interview.
Yeah, okay, great.
I appreciate it.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks for having me.
care.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Who are we bringing up now?
We're going to bring up Josh. Josh has been with us. You know, we did this for quite some time. It went on for a couple months. You might have seen it. It was called White Collar Brawler.
I know, we were in it.
Yeah, exactly. So you know what we're talking about. And Josh helped train some of the individuals that were the brawlers that were out of the Pittsburgh area here. And it was a national television show.
I know.
Yeah, it was great show.
I'm
And I'll
aware
let
of
you
it.
talk with him a little bit more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Welcome to the show. Tell us your name.
Josh McIntyre from St. Clair Fitness.
And I met you at White Collar Brawler.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because we were filming. I had to do 12 hours of wearing a suit, and they did 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's right.
I understand
That sounds about right. Yeah, yeah.
The ratio is perfect.
Uh-huh.
How long have you been in boxing?
8 years.
And why did you get into it?
It was something I always wanted to do. I learned from Tommy Yankello at World Class Boxing.
Get on. What
Yeah.
a great guy.
Awesome guy. And then when I left and started as a trainer in North Huntington, I started my own boxing program.
What's it called?
Well, we're at St. Clair Fitness now. It's called St. Clair Speed School. Yeah, the program I started in North Huntington was called Young Knuckles Boxing Program, where we taught youth the fundamentals of boxing and how to protect themselves.
That's great. Sounds great.
I met a young man there, taught him how to box when he was 15. We went on to win the Golden Gloves twice, once at sub-novice, once at novice.
Who is he?
His name is John Dennis.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So now he coaches my boxing classes at St. Clair Speed School.
What a small world.
Yes, sir.
Definitely. Did you play any sports growing up?
Yeah, I was into hockey, boxing, basketball. Yeah.
So you did it all.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Definitely. You're in shape now? You work out?
I keep in shape. Yeah.
Definitely. You look in shape.
Yeah, thank you.
Definitely. Now, where's this gym at?
So we are in Upper St. Clair on the border of Bridgeville and Upper St. Clair.
I know it. It used to be a racket club.
That's right. Yeah, it used to
I know it there.
Yeah, it used to be a racket club. I came in about 5 years ago. I started a speed and agility room inside one of the racquetball.
Really?
Yeah. CrossFit and speed and agility. Our CrossFit program is called CrossFit St. Clair. It took off. We started taking down walls. Now there's only one racquetball court left. One side of the
Racquetball sort of lost its enthusiasm, to say the least.
Yeah, they're not making any new racquetball players. It's sort of, for a demographic of 50-year-old guys. So we had to switch up what we were doing.
You got more youths involved, I understand.
Yeah, that's right. We still have one racquetball court. We still have our regulars that come in at night, but the facility mostly focuses on CrossFit, personal training for middle school and high school sports development, where we do speed and agility training.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we focus on quadrilateral movement, running mechanics, top speed mechanics, and agility, lateral movement. Quadrilateral movement is the ability to run opposite arm, opposite leg, and keep your arms locked at a right angle, hands move from hip to lip, thigh comes hip height, and your toe is dorsiflexion.
What an expert we have here.
Yeah, that's right.
Thanks for explaining that. Smoking Jim was an athlete many moons ago. We won't get into that. Running back.
That's right.
That's true. And I'm glad I could interview you on Pittsburgh Sportsline here.
Happy to do it, Mr. Levine.
How can they get a hold of you?
I am at stclairfitness.com or Josh at St. Clair Fitness. Feel free to reach out to me if you're interested in getting young athletes trained for any sport, but we do sport-specific training as well. We work one-on-one and in groups.
And it's only like less than a mile from my house in Bethel Park. I'm on Bethel Church Road.
Yeah, we're a mile off of the Bridgeville exit right on McLaughlin Run Road.
I'm familiar with it, driven by it for years, so I know where you're at. We're going to have to end this show. I always end it in honor of Joey Fabus, who died of brain cancer, and the Joey Fabus Childhood Cancer Foundation. Stay Joey strong.
I think film and television in general is a very discouraging industry. It takes a lot of years of pounding the pavement, calling people, finding your ends. You're gonna carry a lot of heavy cable, get dirty a lot, and find your way in. With the limited amount of resources out there and the limited amount of opportunities, there's a fantastic resource right here. And it's public access, it's free of charge. Anybody can come in and gain that experience. Dave absolutely loves to help people, never said no to us growing up. Anything we wanted to do, we were able to do here. The first year I was here, I would just sign on for different projects, like Stump the Students was a show that I worked on quite frequently. It was a game show. We would just come up with our own little ideas, mostly sketches, a lot of school projects, a lot of classes when we'd have to do a project on a story we read or something like that. I would always ask if we could do a video as our project instead, and we would typically do it through Dave. One of my favorite things we did was one of the simplest things we did. It was put together in an afternoon. It was something we wanted to do for fun. We were playing around learning Final Cut Pro, learning how to do linear editing, and we decided to do something in reverse. So we filmed me, actually, I think it was, running around the building out here, jumping off walls backwards, running around backwards, and played the whole thing in reverse. It was really simple. It was, corny. We just did it for fun, but for a couple weeks after that, people kept coming up to me at school like, well, how'd you do that? We were more exposed to our student body than we felt we were, not having an association with any extracurriculars of the school. It was fun to see how, even though we were doing it on our own, it was still making its reach to Bethel Park, and it was still something that we were getting feedback for, positive feedback from, and that was really nice. I would say that BPTV is one of the greatest creative resources this community has, and I would absolutely encourage anyone with any interest in production to come here and learn from Dave and take their ideas and turn them into something. If I hadn't been here at BPTV, I wouldn't have advanced at the rate I did in my industry. I wouldn't have had the passion for my industry nurtured the way it was here. I don't think that I would have pursued it because I don't think I would have had as clear a picture of what was available to me in this industry unless I had come here and gotten that first-hand experience prior to having to make the decisions that you have to make whenever you're graduating from high school. Opportunity really only comes to people who establish a lifestyle to seize it. And this is the kind of place where you can seize an opportunity and change what you want your future to be.